Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I can't believe it's Friday already. It seems like this week has just flown by. Let's see who's in the chat. Austin, Verbal, Lisa, Beach Bum. Good morning, everyone. Austin says, "You have to be kidding me. Nobody here but me. One of the best lives on YouTube. There should be dozens of people here." Thank you, Austin. Hey, Shay. I can't talk. Shay. Warzel, Vicky. Good morning. Am I saying that name right? Warzel, Gumnich, something like that. Welcome. Never lose hope. Good morning. Do you like that pity video I sent you? Pit bulls are the sweetest. So we're going to be talking about Carole freaking Baskin this morning. Also going to be talking about, what's his name? Because I have not watched the cheer star, Jerry Harris. He has been charged with child porn. Good morning, Denise. Kira, good morning. She says, thank God it's Friday. How was your date last night, Kira? Did it go good? So what's going on with all these Netflix stars? They're, the ones that are in the docuseries, they're shady as hell, almost all of them. Also, Netflix is coming out with is it a Watts documentary or a movie? I saw Daniel Bishop put up like a preview of it. It looks like to me it's a documentary. I was wondering why everybody had been talking about the Watts lately on YouTube and feuding over that case. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Your date was awesome. Oh, great. Great. Hopefully you're going on a second date. Verbal says, glad to hear, Kira. We'd have to track you down. So glad it went well. Yes. I was going to message her this morning. She commented in the Discord. I was just going to check on her. Anyways, let's talk about Carole Baskin. Carole Baskin, she is just loving being famous. Her newfound fame, as she says. They need to do a story on their own employees. Exactly, Austin. But Carole, she's going to get her own TV show, y'all. Now, they don't have a name for the show yet. Let me get my notes here. It is Think Factory Media Project. They will follow big cat rescue owners, Carole and Harold Baskin, as they hunt down and call out animal abusers. I wonder if they're going to be calling their own self out, because their sanctuary is not that great. Tigers got to stick their head through a cage to eat. What's that all about? Is it so the handlers won't get bit feeding them? I don't know. But they need to figure something else out, because that's like the most stupidest thing I've ever saw in my life. Let's see what else it says about her. So the series will follow the couple as they continue their animal advocacy work, as seen on the Netflix documentary Tiger King. Really? I think Carole just wants to be the only big cat owner. That's what my opinion is. She said that her thoughts on the commercial that aired in Florida during her debut on Dancing with the Stars, that Dawn's family did that for publicity. But she hopes that the ad and her newfound Dancing with the Stars fame will help the ongoing investigation help get some tips so they can find out what happened to Dawn. She really doesn't hope that. She's really pissed off because they did it. And look, one of the reasons that Dawn's family did that is they knew Carole Baskin would not mention a word about Dawn while she's on the show. Of course not, because she don't want to know what happened to Dawn. Actually, I think she already knows what happened to Dawn, what happened to him. But so they decided to do that commercial to get the word out. Does she kill her partner at the end of the season? Good question. No, she's going to keep Howie around. She's got to keep Harold around, because he's a lawyer. And she needs him to sue people. Because that's all she does is sue people. Okay, let me look at my live chat here. I bet she is so pissed off. I got news for Carole. Everywhere she goes, people's going to follow her and remind her about Dawn. I mean, she does not sound like a concerned wife at all. She didn't sound like a concerned wife back in 97 when he disappeared. She did very little to search for him. She didn't do much. She did offer like a $100,000 reward. I wonder if that reward still stands. I wonder if she still stands behind that. Probably not. Hey, Shug, good morning. Hey, Alyssa, good morning. Very Mary, good morning. I don't know what Carole was thinking when she participated in the Netflix documentary to begin with. I mean, did she not think that Dawn's disappearance would not be brought up? I mean, I guess she didn't think it would be like a big deal. Boy, was she wrong. How long do y'all think she'll make it on Dancing with the Stars? They did that for publicity. And this other guy that's been on the Netflix docuseries, Cheer, it's about a college cheer team that competes in like competitions. They're like one of the best cheer squads in the country. But his coach is on Dancing with the Stars with Carole. Monica, what's her last name? Almada? I think that's her name. Aldama, I think that's how you say it. But she's on there too. Now, I'm just wondering who is going to produce this show or air this show that Carole is going to be on. It's like she's going to have her own reality TV show, guys. Just following her and Howie around as they advocate for animals. She's not a good person to be advocating for animals, considering that she used to breed tigers. And she has scammed people. Let's not forget that. She would buy like a big cat from an auction, then act like to her viewers that she rescued it and it had like all these medical conditions, and they would donate tons and tons of money to her. Yeah, she was busted doing that. I have watched the video of the tiger. I think his name is Shere Khan. She said that he couldn't walk. He was rescued. He needed all this medical treatment. People donated tons of money, and then a video surfaced of this tiger cub, and he's just jumping around in and out of a little swimming pool, and there is nothing wrong with his legs like she claimed. Austin says she's going off next week. She was horrible. I have never seen anyone do so bad at dancing in my life. My granny is 80 years old, and she could dance circles around Carole. I mean, her dance partner had to have been embarrassed. Hell, I was embarrassed for her. Sorry, she's a sick joke. Yeah. I mean, they had to have known she was gonna do terrible. They just put her on there for publicity. I say one more dance and she'll be done. Yeah, she won't make it. Well, she'll have some people voting to keep her on the show. Can't people vote to keep them on? I'm not real familiar with that show. She is a real piece of work. That's putting it lightly. Um, the old interviews she did with news stations when Dawn disappeared, she acts guilty as hell. She don't act like she's one bit concerned. There's no tears. She just talks in the same tone that she does now. She talks low as hell. On her YouTube channel, she's got like a mic and you can still barely hear her. She's the joke of the show. Yeah. She had to have been embarrassed. Hell, them judges, they didn't know what to say, guys. They really didn't. Okay. Let's see what else. I had some notes here. Oh, I saw Nancy Grace did a podcast about her. She didn't have too good of things to say about old Carole. Oh, Nancy thinks she's guilty, involved with Dawn's disappearance. I do too. And I really think that his right-hand man, the Kenny Farr guy, I think he knows what happened to Dawn. Because it's really strange. After Dawn disappeared, Carole got rid of all of his employees that worked for him. Even Ann McQueen, the lady that worked for him for years, got rid of all of them except for Kenny. Except for Kenny Farr. Why? Why would she get rid of everyone but him? Has she fallen on her backside yet? Usually the best parts are when celebs mess up. No, she's not fallen yet, but I think it was Never Lose Hope told me that she saw a clip of Carole leaving rehearsal and she kind of stumbled. She's just not in shape to be doing all this dancing. How old is Carole, by the way? She's got to be up in her 60s, maybe. She said she'd done some workouts at home to get in shape, but it didn't help her much. I'm just wondering how much rehearsal time she had. I mean, how many days did she rehearse? Because just to be honest, I probably couldn't learn one of those dances in a week. So she said in one of her videos, if she was to win Dancing with the Stars, which we all know she's not, the money that she wins would go to Big Cat Rescue. They may need to repair the dance floor, Peach Bum says if she falls. Yes. Few too many McDonald's, I guess. I guess she don't ride her bike too much like she claims, or she'd be in better shape, right? I mean, at least she made it to Dancing with the Stars, but let's be real. She only made it there because everybody thinks that she killed her husband and fed him to the tigers, which I don't think she did. I don't think she fed him to the tigers. He was killed and then his body taken somewhere. That's what I think. I don't think it was put on any of their property. It was probably taken to the Everglades or somewhere. Now, there's a theory that he could have been pushed out of a plane. That would be really hard to do. So, I think she got Kenny to do it. Oh, Lisa, did I just erase your message? I don't think she's a star. No, Cheryl, she's not. She's not a star. That's for sure. But she's making tons of money. I mean, she does those cameo videos. They're $300. $300 for her to tell someone happy birthday. Kid you not. Let me mute one sec. I was thinking this morning, I'm going to be Carole Baskin for Halloween. I was thinking this morning, Mark should be Howie. We could get him one of those leopard print togas to wear and get him a collar, reenact their wedding photo. I don't know, Austin, why you was timed out. It was probably an accident. Hey, Mark. Good morning. It's an accident, Austin. Sorry about that. If you get timed out and you know you haven't said anything, it's an accident. Sometimes people pocket mod, or you can just like barely touch these phones. Every time I touch my phone, it wants to time someone out or block them. So sorry about that. Okay, next up on our list, because Carole's getting boring. Let's see, which is the next one we need to talk about? Okay, yeah. Do y'all remember when was it? Last Labor Day, there was a case out of Ohio. The victim's name was Victoria Schaefer. She was at a park taking pictures, I believe, of the football team. She was a photographer, professional. And two boys pushed a log off a cliff. And it came off the cliff and it killed Victoria instantly as soon as it hit her. One of the boys just took a plea deal in court. He pleaded guilty in Hocking County to involuntary manslaughter. The other boy, Jordan Buckley, he's going to enter a similar plea. Let's see, the boy that entered the plea the other day is named Jaden Churchhouse. I think that's how you say his name. Let me pull up Victoria's picture to refresh everybody's memory. Yeah, she was just there taking pictures of the football team. And these two young guys, I believe they were about 16, 17 at the time, were goofing off and pushed a log off a cliff. They said they didn't know that it was going to hit her, but it hit her and killed her. She had been married 21 years. She was 44 years old and she had 4 children. Let me find the article right here. She is. I remember us talking about this case last year. We'll take a glimpse at the article if I can get all these damn ads off of it. Jesus. I forget with this Microsoft Edge, you have to share the audio and everything. Okay. Let's see. Teen pushes log off cliff, killing mom. She was a photographer. Is one of the 2 teenage boys charged with pushing a 74-pound log off a cliff where it hit a photographer and killed her, has taken a plea deal in the case. Aiden W. Churchhouse, 17, pleaded guilty in Hocking County Common Pleas Court to involuntary manslaughter in the September 2nd, 2019 death of Victoria Schaefer, 44, a mother of 4 children. Victoria had been taking senior pictures for a local high school at Old Man's Cave section at Hocking Hill State Park when the incident took place. Jaden and Jordan, who were both 16 at the time, were charged with murder and reckless homicide and ordered to stand trial as adults. Those charges were dropped as part of the plea deal. Okay, and the judge agreed to transfer the case back to juvenile court for sentencing. Says it's recommended that he serve 3 to 4.5 years in a juvenile detention facility. Both of them have similar plea deals. It says Buckley is expected to plead the same deal when it appears in court on September 25th. Both would be sentenced in juvenile court on October 15th. It says they both are accused of moving the 6-foot log more than 40 feet from where it rested to the edge of the 75-foot cliff, then pushing it over the edge. Church, who spoke in court on Wednesday to offer an apology. I watched a video clip of his apology. To me, it was just words. There was no emotion behind his words. So Victoria's husband, Fritz Schaefer, he was in court Wednesday, and he said he would speak at the final sentencing. And they were together for 21 years. A damn shame. Now, I know they were teenagers or are teenagers. They knew better than that. They had to have known better than that. Come on. When I was a teenager, I would have never done something like that. The Hocking Hills Park is beautiful, y'all. So there's like some stairs like that lead up the mountain. And she was at the bottom taking the pictures when they pushed it. Why did they do that? They're just bored. What is wrong with these people and kids? Do y'all remember? There's been a couple cases like this, but do y'all remember those teenagers? There were like 4 or 5 of them that threw a big rock from an bridge onto a car, and it went through the windshield and killed the lady. Her husband, I believe, and her daughter were in the vehicle. Yeah, the rock, when they dropped it, it just went straight through the windshield and hit that lady right in the face. They rolled a log. Kids do stupid things. They throw rocks that kill drivers. Yes. What's going on with Mark? Oh, your little brother passed away, Mark? I'm so sorry to hear that. Prayers, honey. If you need anything, let me know. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, you can email me if you want, if you need to talk. See, the thing is with these boys, I think they knew that she was down there at the bottom taking those pictures with the class. We'll take a look at let me show y'all the park. Let me get out of this. I want to show y'all some pictures of this park. I would love to go to this park. Let me find some images here. Oh, right here. I want to find the stairs picture. This is, gosh, I can't even describe this place. It's so beautiful. Let's see. Okay. So she was at the bottom of these stairs. Gosh, they go up forever. Let's take a look at this one. Maybe I can do it full screen. It's a really, really beautiful place. So the boy that was sentenced the other day, Jaden Churchhouse, he said that he had to live with it every day of his life, but so does her family members and her friends. I'm sorry, but someone that's that age knows better than that. My 13-year-old son knows better than to do something like that. Guess they weren't thinking, but I just think they should have known better. Quit screen sharing. Because I wanted to go back and find this waterfall and show you guys. This is a beautiful place in Ohio. We have a waterfall that looks similar to this here. Look at that, how beautiful. It's a beautiful place. Is there a Norman in here? Or Norma. Hey, Norma. How are you doing this morning? I'm so in and out. If it does it again, I'm going off comments. There's something going on with YouTube and StreamYards. I started to use Streamlabs this morning because when I went back and listened to my stream yesterday, it was cutting in and out. And I think it's got something to do with StreamYards. Yeah, we need to go visit there, Jamie. When I get everything situated, my dentist and all that. Okay. Also, guys, there is a missing woman from New Orleans. She's 27 years old, and her name is Danielle Garrett. She had a fight with her boyfriend around September the 12th. Then she called a friend, left a voicemail. The friend tried to call her back. The phone call was declined and then went to voicemail. Then nobody heard from her again. Then her friend reached out to her mom. The mom reached out to the boyfriend. He said he hadn't talked to her since they got into the argument. And then she was reported missing. It's not clear what the argument was about. I'm going to pull up her picture. That's all the information I could find about it this morning. Of course, I'm suspicious of the boyfriend. Oh, they have an argument and then she mysteriously disappears. Let's see. Let me find her picture. Ladies, my dog's over there dreaming and growling. She cracks me up. I'm sure the police have questioned the boyfriend. They need to interrogate him. Something's not right about this. Just so happens they have an argument and then she's not heard from again. I too wonder about the boyfriend. Yeah, she's a really, really pretty girl. Give doggies a pet for me. I will, Austin. Lady, she's always by my side. The bee bopper, as I call her, because she's always bopping through my house so happy. Okay. Oh, she's not been seen or heard from since last week, since September the 12th. Okay, they're not saying what was said on the voicemail or anything. She's described as being 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing 160 pounds, having brown eyes and brown hair. She has tattoos on the top of both feet, back, and left bicep. And that's all I could find on it. Hopefully they'll release more information. I'm gonna keep following this. Yeah, it doesn't sound good. Bless her heart. I hope they find her safe and sound. I mean, but it just don't sound good. She has an argument with her boyfriend, and then she just disappears. Now I'm wondering where her phone is. If she's used any money off her debit card, used her debit cards or anything. Oh, Mark, you're so welcome, hun. Reach out if you need someone to talk to. We're here for you. We're saying prayers for you and your family. I really need a good vacation. Yeah, me too, Shug. He's the last one to have contact. Yeah. He said they had an argument, and I guess she left, and then she called a friend. The friend didn't answer, so she left a voicemail. The friend tried to call her back, but the call was declined, and then it went to voicemail. And that's the last time anyone heard from her when she left that voicemail on September 12th. Yeah, it's not good. They had an argument and he snapped and did something to her. Unfortunately, that's what I'm thinking happened. Just have to wait and see. Okay. Now we're going to talk about the other Netflix star. What's his name? Jerry Harris. I saw advertisements for the docuseries Cheer, but I've not watched it because I don't have Netflix. I watched The Tiger King, but I borrowed someone's Netflix one day and binge watched it all. So this guy's only like 21 years old. He was busted on federal child porn charges, and he's accused of soliciting sex and harassing minors. Let me share his picture. I did watch a couple clips of him just so I could see, what his personality was like. He's a very bubbly, energetic guy. He's one of those people that walks into a crowded room and everyone knows that he's arrived. He's one of those. Big personality. There's nothing wrong with that, having a big personality. So he was arrested Thursday in Illinois for allegedly soliciting pornographic videos and images of minors and soliciting sex from a 13-year-old boy at a cheerleading competitions. He's expected to appear before a federal judge in Chicago Thursday afternoon. In September 2018, Harris allegedly contacted the victim on Snapchat and told the victim to create sexually explicit videos and photos of himself to send him. Citing the criminal complaint, the U.S. Attorney's Office of the Northern District of Illinois said in a statement that the 13-year-old victim disclosed his age at the beginning of his online correspondence with Harris. Here's a picture of him. He's sitting beside the coach, Monica, who's on Dancing with the Stars. She did really good on Dancing with the Stars. Let's see what else it says. Okay, so the victim's parents searched his cell phone and reportedly discovered messages between Harris and their son. The boy ultimately revealed that Harris solicited oral sex from him at a cheerleading event they both attended. Harris is also accused of soliciting sex from the victim during a different event. After the FBI raided his home in Naperville Monday, he allegedly confessed to soliciting illicit images and sex from the boy on multiple instances. He also used Snapchat to solicit and receive lewd images from 10 to 15 people he knew were underage. Um, the Chicago Sun-Times reported that one of his victims said Harris was relentless in his request. So that means he aggravated the shit out of these kids to send him pictures. So he's charged with one count of producing child pornography. Harris was the breakout star of the 2020 Netflix docuseries Cheer, which follows Navarro College cheer team as they prepare for the National Cheerleading Championship. I think that's was in Daytona, the championship was. Hey, Red Rum, good morning. So, authorities began investigating Harris after twin 14-year-old boys claimed Harris had harassed them, starting when they were 13 years old. Varsity Brands, a company that runs cheer competitions, reported the allegations to police in Florida and Texas on August 1st. On Monday, the mother of the twin boys filed a lawsuit against Harris. Varsity Brands, the U.S. All-Star Federation, and the Cheer Athletics Gym, where Harris has cheered. In it, the mother accused the organization of failing to protect her sons from Harris's misconduct. Now, I think it said the incident with the twin boys that he was actually 19 years old when that happened. Now, his lawyer's trying to say that he was still a teen himself. Excuse me, you're a legal adult when you're 18 years old. This guy knew better. He knew the ages of these kids, especially the ones he met online. He knew their ages. The FBI made that clear. He knew their ages. It's a little bit shocking. He just don't seem like the type of person that would be like that. But, these predators, most of the time, it's the people you least suspect. Hey, faithful one. If you're having a good morning. I don't think he's going to get a slap on the wrist. He's facing up to like 30 years in prison. He may have more victims may come out. I'm so glad that lady searched her son's cell phone and found that. And it said he was relentless. So he would just aggravate the tar out of these kids to send pictures and videos. A lot of shady stuff, crazy stuff goes on through Snapchat. Crazy stuff goes on all social media platforms, though, to be honest. He should never see daylight, ever. Yeah, why didn't this guy get someone his own age? Why wasn't he seeking out people his own age? Because he's got a thing for kids, that's why. I was reading this morning, a lot of these kids that are on this cheer team have had rough childhoods. Some of them's been in foster care. Some of them, their parents have passed away. Some of them was abused. And they overcome all that and made it to like the best cheer squad in the country, college cheer squad. Did he have personal contact? Well, the twin boys, the 13-year-olds, he did have contact with them at a cheer competition. And I believe that cheer competition was in Daytona. Social media can be so incredibly dark and dangerous. Yes. I watched something on the ID channel where actually a cop's daughter met an online predator. He was pretending to be a 14-year-old boy. He stole found a picture of a 14-year-old and used it. and he tricked her into giving him her address, and he came to her house. When she came out and opened the door and realized it wasn't her 14-year-old boyfriend she'd been talking to online. By that time, he had pulled a gun and forced her into the car, and I think he took her to like a storage facility and killed her, raped her and killed her. And her dad, like I said, he was a cop. He was on duty at the time. She was home alone. There's been several cases that's happened like that. Let me read the chat. We all have it one time or another. That's all right, Shug. If you accidentally did that, that's all right. Sometimes people get timed out on accident. Anyways, we're going to have to see what happens with this. I'm going to keep following this for sure. I'm wondering what his coach is thinking. Miss Monica Aldama, I think that's how you say her name. Aldama. Because she said these kids were like her kids. They were all like a family, the team. It was an awful story, Mary. Is the YouTube glitching this morning, guys? I'm going to quit using StreamYards if it is. I'd rather pay Streamlabs. It's a little bit cheaper. I'm constantly talking to my kids about the boundaries they need to have with social media. I know I drive them nuts with it, but what's a parent to do? Norma, I do the same thing. I'm always telling Timothy, about the dangers of online predators and stuff, and how people can pretend like they're kids and it really be an adult behind the keyboard. He probably gets tired of hearing it. I'll question him, Norma. I'll be like, what would you do if someone online's like, after school, meet me out in the parking lot and I'll give you a game or give you some money, some money for V-Bucks. I always question him, see what his answer would be. He'd be like, oh, I won't take it. I wouldn't do that, Mom. I'm always like, I hope not, son. It's like people, they will trick kids. Yours seems fine today. Okay, good, Austin. Warsaw. Anyone see the Dr. Phil episode where a 15-year-old boy admitted to his parents he had interest in younger boys and wanted to assault a younger brother? They removed him from the house. I saw a clip of that, but I thought the one I saw was the little boy said he had thoughts of sexually assaulting little girls. And he had a thought that he might want to sexually assault his little sister or something like that. Liz, yes, saw that. Maybe it was little boy. What would you do in a situation like that? I think in the clip I saw, it seems like they sent that little boy off somewhere to get help. And he was getting ready to come back home. And they were worried. I'm sorry, but I just don't think there is no rehabilitation for sex predators. Now, a young kid like that, I don't know if they could. Maybe he's confused. I don't know. I don't know what you would do. I mean, you would have to protect your other kids, the little kids. Not sure the boy's fixable from what he says. These predators, it is just in them, isn't it, Liz? It's just in their DNA. It's like wired into them. They have no control over it. Like these serial killers, serial rapists, like something in them drives them to do it. And they just can't control it. They sent him somewhere, it didn't really work, and I can't forgot what it's for, but to have other interests was going to take him for a while. Oh wow. I mean, if you had like a 15-year-old kid that's got problems like that, I mean, I'm just being honest. Probably it's not best for him to be in the home with the little children because, anything could happen. How could you keep your eye on him at all times? That's just a very complicated situation. And we'll have to watch the full episode of that and see what Dr. Phil says. For him, it is control. He wants to control. He says it would be consensual because he would convince them. Oh my God, really, Liz? Oh, your dog is that a dog or a kitty? Your profile picture is so cute. Nope, sadly, got to separate him. That's what I'm thinking, Beach Bum. That would be so hard. I mean, but you got to protect the little kids. They can't protect themselves. Hey, cat. Is that a chihuahua? Okay. I couldn't see on my phone here. I had a long haired chihuahua for 10 years. My little bear. She was so cute. She was like attached at the hip. Everywhere I went, Bear went. She wouldn't even go outside for anyone if they opened the door. I had to do. Um, Talking about this little boy reminds me of the case. What is his name? His name's Paris. Oh my gosh, I cannot think of his name. But he killed his little sister while his mom was at work. He somehow convinced the babysitter to go on home, and after she left, he killed his sister. And they think that he might have, gosh, I hate saying this word, masturbated after he did it. What is his name? Oh my gosh. It is a crazy story. His name is Paris, and his mom still supports him. I'm going to have to look it up. Is it Bennett? Is it Paris Bennett? Yes, Paris Bennett. He murdered his sister, Ella. Mother whose sociopath son murdered her 4-year-old son said he watched porn and sexually assaulted his sister before stabbing her like a marshmallow. Oh, she's got a book, guys. It says her new book reveals shocking, unheard details. Paris Bennett, Liz knew I was talking about. I'll show y'all the picture so people will know. I did a video a long time ago. But my older videos, I need to take down and redo because they sounded horrible. Let me see. It's not him. Here's a good picture. His mom's name is Charity Lee. She actually, after the murder and Paris was, convicted and stuff, she actually had another child. I was so glad she had another child. This is a crazy family. Paris's grandmother, I think she actually shot her ex-husband, if I'm not mistaken. But they were from a dysfunctional family. So there's Paris. How old was he when he did this? He wasn't very old. Okay. It said he sexually abused her that night, and he admitted the more violent he became, the more excited he became, ending in death for her and climax for him. Charity wrote in the disturbing extract. Another chilling entry from Charity's book, who has forgiven her son and visits him, reads, his steps were slow and methodical, not frenzied, not an uncontrollable rage. So he was not in a rage when he murdered sweet little Ella. Not all were deep. Most were shallow jabs and punctures. He told the detectives he stabbed her, pulled the knife out slowly, that it felt like stabbing a mattress or a marshmallow. Charity, whose mother was charged but later acquitted of killing her father when she was 6, also revealed that this formed part of the reason he didn't complete his plan to kill his mother. Oh, yeah, he had planned to kill Charity as well. He said he realized it was harder to kill someone than he originally thought. So this happened February 5th, 2007. Says he has an IQ of 141. Convinced his and Ella's babysitter to go home. Anything above 140 is considered a genius. So this kid's a genius? He went into his sister's bedroom, attacked her. Afterwards, he called a school friend on the phone. Then he phoned 911. Wow. I don't think he ever deserves to be out of prison. This kid knew exactly what he was doing. I got to go, guys. Tonight is Jewish New Year. If I don't chat with you again this weekend, I can't say that word, Norma. Be safe, Norma. Have fun. Happy Jewish New Year. I don't know how you say that right. I'm sorry, but I might have to walk away from this child if this happened. Then it was something I did in raising him. Otherwise, I would have to walk away. This is what Charity said. She said that she had lost one child and she didn't want to lose another. She just couldn't turn her back on him, even though he killed sweet Ella. Now, she was asked in a documentary that I watched if she would trust Paris around Phoenix. Phoenix is her little boy that she had after the murders, a few years after the murders. She said no. She wouldn't trust him around Phoenix. And I reckon Phoenix visits Paris with her. And she says that Paris just loves Phoenix. Does he really love Phoenix? I mean, look what he did to Ella. His sweet sister he was raised with. Look what he did to her. I'll go back and rewatch what I've missed later. Oh, that's all right, Lisa. We got to do a live stream on this, guys. On Paris Bennett. Is she naming her kids after famous ones? I had no idea, Shug. I like the name Phoenix, though. I think she said she named him Phoenix because of, like, what was it? Something about rising from the ashes. Ashes. Like a phoenix bird, I guess. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I do think Paris is not the greatest name. I mean, in my opinion, for a little boy, but to each their own. Let's read about the phoenix bird here, so it will jog my memory of what she said. Okay, so the phoenix bird is a mythological bird. It kind of regenerates itself. So that's why she chose the name Phoenix for her baby boy. It is a very interesting case. Now, I've seen him in documentaries, and he never admits to sexually assaulting her. The only thing that he says is, he was going through puberty, so he masturbated a lot in his room. So, so freaking gross. How have you not heard of this? I don't know, Verbal. I did videos on it, but it was like back when I first started my channel and the audio's not good. Um, we're going to have to do a whole stream about this. I ran into this case on YouTube. I think I saw it on I think it was the ID channel or HLN one. What year was it? Let me see. I've already forgot that quick. It's not been too long ago. A few years. I just read it and I forgot. 2007. He was just 13 years old when the murders happened. Piers Morgan interviewed him in the documentary. It's called Psychopath. And this crime happened in Texas, I think. Okay. It says in Bennett's first interview on British television, he admits to Piers that the murder was driven by a calculated desire to inflict pain and misery upon his mother, Charity. Seems like he was pissed off at his mom because Charity had a drug addiction in the past, but she had cleaned herself up. And Paris claims that she had relapsed and he was mad at her over that, so he killed Ella to pay her back. I totally forgotten about that. Why is he in prison and not in the nut house? I have no idea, Austin. He shouldn't have been watching porn either. No, Vicky, at 13 years old, like my son, he's well mannered and very intelligent and stuff. He's 13, but he's still a kid. He's not got into liking girls and stuff yet. You know what I mean? Yes, Shug, it was in 2007. How in the world? I mean, I guess you never know till you're in someone's shoes, but how in the world could she support him after what he did to precious Ella? Ella was a beautiful little girl. See what other pictures they have. There they are. Paris and Ella together. Ella liked fairies. I think she had a thing for Tinkerbell. Ella was just for listed. Was it Tinkerbell she liked or butterflies? I can't remember. There he is now. He looks like a psycho. If I'm not mistaken, seems like he was diagnosed with verbal. Your comment got me distracted. That's why you monitor online news. Better get cracking since it's on the way if it's not here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Back to my thought. I think he was diagnosed as being schizophrenic, if I'm not mistaken. He's very, very weird looking. Now, I think little Phoenix, he was born with a heart disease, and that's him. That's Phoenix she's holding there. How could he do that to his sister? I wonder if he had been molesting Ella for a while. But I take that comment back. 13 is a bit young. Yes, 13 is a bit young. I mean, Timothy likes girls, but he's not like girl crazy yet. And if they're doing it at a young age, I don't really think they can be rehabilitated. Their elevator doesn't go all the way to the shop, and there's no way of getting it there. Yes, I agree with that, Shug. She also says, I can support a lot of things that my kids do, but that would be one thing that I would have to walk away from. I'm sorry, but at 13, they're already doing this. Something's wrong. Well, at 13 years old, he should have known right from wrong when it comes to harming like your sister or someone else. He had plans to kill his mommy, but instead, after he realized it was harder to kill someone than he originally thought, he just killed Ella. He told his mom he killed her. Yeah. How did she do that? Like right after she comes home, there's like cops everywhere. She just found out Paris killed Ella, and she goes to the police station to support him. I don't know how she did it. She said she just couldn't turn her back on him. Ella was gone, and she just couldn't turn her back on him. She loves him. No word I have. See here for this. Yeah. It's a crazy story. We'll do a whole live stream on it and go over everything. I was going to do a live stream last night, but I was tired. And it was really windy and my Wi-Fi was acting up, so I didn't. But I'm glad I didn't, because I'm going to save our Never Have I Ever game for Saturday night. We're all going to play. So I'm going to set it up. Wasn't it something to do with him feeling left out, he claims? Yeah, I think he was jealous of Ella. And also, he said that he was mad because his mom had relapsed and he wanted to pay her back, get even. If y'all have not watched that documentary, Piers Morgan's documentary, you need to. I think being mad at his mom over relapsing and stuff was just an excuse. Oh, thank you, Austin. Well, we're going to do it tomorrow night. We're going to play Never Have I Ever, probably around 9 p.m. I'm going to set up the stream today. And we're all just going to have fun. It's called Psychopath Verbal. Let me see if I can find that. Let me see if I can find y'all the documentary. I don't know if it's on YouTube. I watched it on HLN, I think. Oh, I see clips of it. Well, I'll share this little clip and then maybe the link to it, and then maybe you can find the full documentary. Well, I tell you, jealousy is never good. Well, there's a lot of siblings, they get jealous of one another. But they would never harm one another. I used to be a little jealous of my little brother when we were growing up. I was jealous of him, but I loved him and was protective over him at the same time, you know? You're welcome, guys. Yeah, that's just like a little clip of it. Maybe you can find the full documentary. There's other documentaries about this case, though. There's a lot of videos about it. We will definitely do a stream on it. Let's see. We better look and see what else is going on in the true crime news this morning. I saw something about, it's getting close to Halloween, right, guys? Because of COVID-19, they're not going to be able to have haunted houses. So this one little place in Virginia, they're having haunted streets where you can just like drive down the streets and everybody's house is like decorated up all scary. It's so cool. Yes, Vicky. I used to read from the motivation book. I would need to still do that. Liz, I have never heard of that case. I'll have to check that out. Oh my gosh, she was a sex slave, own daughter for 24 years. Wow. Um, let's see. 2 years after remains found, wife of Disney technician busted for murder. Wow. I've never heard of this. Let's see what it says. I've got to get busy and get some things done today. My son's coming, or supposed to. So I got a few things I need to do. Really good documentary about that on YouTube. Oh, really? In the nearest town, they have a hotel with 6 recorded ghosts. Really, Austin. Have you ever stayed in that hotel? I want to go to the Lizzie Borden house and stay. Let's see what this is about. Wife of man found dead in 2018 has been charged with murder following years of false claims that Michael Shaver had abandoned his family. Oh, she pulled the Carole Baskin. Lori Shaver, 37, has been arrested for suspected murder of her husband, Michael, who's not been seen since 2015 when he was 33 years old. He was a monorail technician at Disney World Resort in Orlando when he vanished in November 2015. So she told friends and family Michael had abandoned their marriage and children and left their home in Claremont, Florida in his SUV. It wasn't until early 2018 that authorities learned of Michael Shaver's disappearance, quickly suspected that something was amiss. So one of Michael's longtime friends contacted the Lake County Sheriff's Office in February of that year to say that he and Michael's family had not heard from him in over 2 years. Okay, so a coworker was reportedly the last person besides Lori Shaver to see Michael alive at a tractor show on November 7th, 2015. 2 days later, that same coworker received a text from Michael's phone saying that he was quitting his job in order to save his troubled marriage. Yeah, because quitting your job is going to save a troubled marriage. Right, guys? That don't even make no sense. Quitting your job is going to cause more problems. Then you're not going to have any money. If you don't have a job, you can't pay your bills. So that don't even make sense. Okay. People who knew Michael told police they did not believe he would abandon his children or just leave his job. They acknowledged that Michael and Lori's marriage was tumultuous, and they had split up before. It says Lori allegedly impersonated her husband in digital communications in the years following his disappearance. In one instance, sending a message to Michael's sister, demanding she and others leave him alone. Michael's wife also made withdrawals from her husband's bank account, took out a loan in his name, which was never paid back. In February 2018, after his friend alerted police, detectives went to Lori and Michael's home for a wellness check. Lori allowed detectives in the home, but refused their request to have a cadaver dog examine a concrete slab in the backyard of the residence. Detectives returned a month later with the search warrant and found skeletal human remains buried under the same concrete slab. Subsequent DNA testing confirmed the remains are Michael's. Okay, let's see what else it says. This is a crazy story. Okay, authorities have not publicly commented on the cause or manner of death, and it's unclear why it took over 2 years to bring charges against Lori Shaver. Though the arrest affidavit alleges that Lori told a boyfriend that her husband wasn't missing, he was no longer walking this earth. It is unclear when that conversation is believed to have taken place. So she's in the Lake County Jail on charges of second-degree homicide and accessory after the fact in second-degree homicide. What's the accessory after the fact? Probably because she impersonated him on the phone or something. I'm not sure what that's about. Back up and look at her picture. I'm surprised that it took 2 years for someone to report him missing. He must not been really close with his family, which she was impersonating him and sending digital communications to his family and friends, you know. Second degree. Yeah, what's that accessory after the fact, Beach Bum? I got a question. If you are in a case, a dead body in cement, completely sealed, how do you decompose? Where's your flesh go? I have no idea, Shug. That is a very good question. It's a very good question. This would make a good Lifetime movie. It's a sad case. Poor kids in the house and their daddy buried in the backyard. Who poured this concrete for her? Did she do it herself? In case a body in cement. Yeah, how did she do that? Dead giveaway when police wanted to take a cadaver dog in the backyard, and she's like, no, don't go near that. Does it sort of petrify the flesh? Well, I mean, if it's encased in cement, you wouldn't think no bugs or anything would be able to get to the body, right? I don't know. It said skeletal remains, so it decomposed. She must have had help. I mean, there's a lot of women that can pour cement and do this and that. I'm not one of those women. I can't do things like that. It would look awful if I did something like that. Wait, cement or cement? Cement, Remy. Where's your head? Not semen. Cement. He was in cement. How's he going to be in semen? Goodness gracious. Did I say semen? Oh my gosh. I hope I didn't. I meant cement. They got that, like, quick dry cement they can use. Okay, let's see what else. I saw that something about a Michigan man with HIV charged with criminal sexual conduct with 12-year-old girls he met on Snapchat. I don't think I want to read that sick stuff right now, just to be honest. Okay. I think that's enough true crime for today. So what are you guys going to do today and this weekend? Any plans? I had to unplug my mic because I got to go get some coffee. I wonder how much semen would be needed. Never mind, don't answer that. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to know, Jimmy. Ugh. Ugh. That is so gross. So I can only see the top chat for a second. I'm going to go refill my coffee. My gosh, this laptop gets warm on the bottom. You're going riding? What kind of riding, Austin? Horse riding or motorcycle riding? Oh, I'd love to go horse riding. I haven't been since I got through off that time. Blacked my eye, about killed me. Hold on, guys. Let me get some coffee. You're going horseback riding? Oh, I want to go, Austin. Get you a fan to sit your laptop on, CC. Yeah, I need one. I got to get a wireless mouse too. But I'm going to get me a chair. I need to get me a chair that's comfortable. Desk chair, of course. I've been looking at those gaming chairs. The chair that Mommy Mars sits in when she live streams. That's the one I want. I want one like that. She's got a purple and black one. I just rather have a black one, solid or gray, black or gray. Okay, get my mic plugged back up. I'm going to watch Analytics tonight about Charles Bellow analysis. Really, I've never heard of that, Liz. I have to check that out. Well, I'm going to be watching Ladies Night. Every Friday night, I watch Ladies Night on Diane's channel. I've been watching that several years, every Friday night. And then tomorrow night, we're going to play Never Have I Ever. So y'all make sure y'all show up. Have some fun. I had a ball last time that we played. If anybody wants to come up on panel, you can. Probably get Lisa to come up tomorrow night if she wants to. Anybody's welcome. We're just going to play and goof off. I've got some good ones this time. Some are funny. Some may be a little dirty. Not too dirty, just adult, Gaming chairs aren't worth it. A comfy office chair is just fine. Just make sure there's actually, there is a chair at Walmart by Serta. It's like a leather chair. It's like $100, but it's really, really comfortable and soft. Lori Vallow program on tonight on Court TV at 9 p.m. Eastern. Y'all, really? Well, I'll try to watch that. Watch some of it. A friend and I are going to the lake about 17 miles every night, taking 2 doggies with us. They need the diversion. Oh, that sounds like fun. Be safe, Austin. Of course, take you some protection. Might run into a bear. Y'all, I saw a story the other day from down in, I think it was down in North Carolina in the Smoky Mountains. Some hikers come upon a black bear that was eating human remains. Don't know how the guy died yet or anything. When I was reading it, they hadn't revealed the identity of the victim. Don't know if the person just died and the bear made a meal out of him or if the bear killed him. Lisa, I'm glad you got good news yesterday. That's awesome. I've been praying for you. Remy, go on Amazon and look up that chair you saw at Walmart CC. Might be cheaper. Yeah, Walmart did have them on sale. Well, it was on sale for $100. They're over $100. Sometimes stuff like that won't ship to my area. Seems like I looked at a chair on Amazon and it wouldn't ship to my area for some reason. But I'm going to get one. I'm going to go to Ollie's discount store and look too because they sell chairs back there. They sell all kinds of good items in Ollie's. If you go to Ollie's store, you need to go. Shook, what kind of protection? I meant like a gun. I think our minds are wandering into the gutter. Yeah. Y'all's a bad influence, you dirty minded bunch. My jeans are 65 in store. I get them on Amazon for 32. Yeah, I order a lot of stuff from Amazon. I don't like ordering clothes online because I like to really look at it. Look at the item. Have it in my hand, look at it. I can always look at jeans and I can tell you if they will fit me or not just by looking at them. I always have a problem because my waist is really not that big, but I got a big butt. So I always have a problem. You'll have to call me, Lisa, when I get off my live stream. I'm home by myself. I'm just going to get off here and heat me up a salted caramel moon pie and eat it. That's what I'm going to do. I got to do some laundry. I go to Ollie's all the time. Yeah, we finally got an Ollie's store here. Well, it's been here a couple years. I'd never heard of it. They've got some good stuff in there. They sell nice pet beds, anything that you'd want, vacuum cleaners. You can find stuff cheaper there than at Walmart. I think that's where I'm going to get my chair from because I saw one in there. It's almost identical to that Serta chair, and it was only like 70 some dollars. I've got my nice rocking chair back here at my desk, but I'd like to put this back in my living room. And it's not that comfortable to sit in. Our Ollie's is a bit far from us, but we got Odd Lots. Oh, really? I've never heard of Odd Lots. Big Lots. I need to go look at their Halloween decorations. I was down at the Family Dollar store. Oh, yeah, let me tell y'all. So I go to the Family Dollar store yesterday after I got off my live stream. I've got a bunch of items, dog food, shampoo, all kinds of stuff. I get up there, they say, oh, we don't have any bags. You can put this in your basket and carry it to your vehicle and unload it. And I was like, what the crap? You don't have any bags. So I had to buy a bag with those reusable shopping bags to put my items in. Really, which I didn't care to pay $1, but really, them not having any bags, they should have been giving customers those, just to be honest. But they didn't have much Halloween decorations down there yesterday at all. That's unusual. They usually got tons of stuff, which is still early, Fall's not here, it's coming. But I'm going to go to Walmart and the Dollar Tree because I got to get some decorations for the party. And I gotta find either a tiger costume for one of my dogs or buy like a tiger stuffed animal. Because I can't be Carole Baskin without a freaking tiger. I wish we still had Big Lots here. We pay 5 cents a bag here. And now with Vivid, no personal bags, so we have to buy them, or COVID. Oh, okay. So you have to buy the shopping bags? I got a bunch of shopping bags. I could have took them down there. Mark, he wants to save all those shopping bags, plastic bags. That gets on my nerves. I mean, really? How many do you need? I got like tons of them. I throw them away or put them in the plastic stuff to recycle. I do recycle. Because it's probably called off, mostly Halloween. Yeah. Well, kids could still, I guess, trick or treat. People could leave candy out on an outside table or something. I love going to haunted houses and going on the haunted hay rides and stuff. Our school's open September 8th, and already one school's closed again due to COVID. Yeah, our school's not open. Gonna do it online. They were going to do it to where if the kids wanted to go to school, they could. But then COVID got bad around here. There's more and more cases every day here. It's just now getting bad here in the mountains. It's less recycling and better for the environment. Yeah. I mean, we use personal bags. I think it's better just to use the personal bags, just to be honest. The sofa and chair were here when I moved in, belonged to my grandfather. Went and had them redone. Now they're great. Old 40 style, beautiful. Oh, Austin, I'd love to see that. That's right up my alley. I love the clothes from the 40s, 50s, and the 60s. But really, the clothes from the 40s and 50s. I think I was reincarnated from that time period. I'm just obsessed with it. We have a grocery store here that you have to buy your own bags, purchase those bags, little plastic ones for them. Oh, really? I've got several of the reusable shopping bags. I'm going to start taking them when I go to Walmart and stuff. So I don't get stuck with all those plastic bags. There's got to be something useful I could do with all those shopping bags that I have in here. I mean, yeah, you can use them in like your wastebasket in the bathroom, all this and that. There's got to be some kind of craft you can do with them. Anyways, I ended up with this big floral freaking reusable bag at the Family Dollar yesterday. Gosh, I hear a raven outside. It's $1 here. $1 for a bag? Yeah, I love old furniture too. I love antiques. Even though I'm kind of scared of antiques because I'm afraid a bad spirit might be attached to them. You never know. I have the coolest antique jewelry box. It's silver. The lining of it is red. I'll have to take a picture and show you guys. And I also got one of the silver mirrors that you hold. I just need the brush that goes with it. No, I'm not in North Carolina, Liz. I'm actually in Southwest Virginia. A lot of people think I'm in from North Carolina. I think I talk more country than most people around here. I talk more Southern. Mark doesn't have as thick as of an accent as I have. Having this country accent, I can't pronounce words sometimes. Sometimes when I say Verbal's name, it sounds like purple. Audrey Hepburn, she was beautiful. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Women, they just, I don't know. They were just so ladylike back then, just dressed so elegant. I just love it. I've looked up vintage dresses. You can buy vintage dresses, but they are really expensive. Really expensive. And I have a hard time when I just like to look up stuff. But I have a hard time finding any dresses in my size. People must not have had big butts back then. Must not have had junk in their trunk. I'll have to send a picture of my buffet and china cabinet. Yeah, send me a picture, Beach Bum. My granny has a lot of antique furniture. She has like this antique little dresser, but it's like a vanity. It's like a vanity you could sit at, a wooden one. It's got like drawers and a really pretty mirror. I love it. Oh, Tremaine, thank you for the super chat, sweetie. Hope you're having a good day. I love the antique or the vintage wedding dresses. If I was ever going to have a wedding, that's the style that I would go with. So pretty. Well, guys, it's 12:08. I guess I better get off here. I've been on here about an hour and a half. Get off here and get some things done. And I will see y'all tomorrow night. If anyone wants to come up on panel, guests are welcome. We're just going to goof off. And then also on Wednesday nights, we're going to do our members' hangouts every Wednesday night from now on, like we did this past Wednesday, which was so much fun. You can have like 40 people in that meeting if you wanted. So we're going to do that. That's going to be a routine every Wednesday. Let's see what Shuck says. I have a cook stove from 1930s and a sewing machine. My granny still has a cook stove, Shuck, in her kitchen. She sure does. She uses it in the wintertime. They're worth some money. The old cook stoves are really worth some money. Oh, Sapphire, have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you for the great conversation. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. I got the best chat on YouTube. Now, I can be a little boring sometimes, but y'all are great. Really. I really, really love you guys. You're awesome. It's like sitting around and talking to old friends. It really is. Anyways, y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all tomorrow night around 9 p.m. So get y'all snacks ready. Love y'all. Be safe, be kind, and peace.